Welcome, welcome, everyone. You are tuned in to another episode of Conversations with Anglicans. My name is Anica Ghent. I am from the parish of St. Jude, Arima, here in the Anglican Church in the Diocese of Trinidad and Tobago. It is my pleasure to be speaking with one of our fathers, our members of clergy, who has a very interesting background and is very much involved in our communities. So we have with us Father Jesús Latan. Hi, Father Jesús.
Good morning, Anica. Nice to see you again from long time, huh?
Yes.
St. Jude was my first parish where I started to work.
Yes.
Years ago, huh? 2000. From
right.
2000. Yes.
Good. Well, it's so nice to have you join us.
Yes, it is.
I feel like I have to hablar en español, but we will get to we will get to that.
I think I will enjoy the interview today, for sure.
Yes. Okay. I should say, Father Latan. We're going to start off with, and I always like to ask all interviewees this question. Right. Describe yourself in 3 words. However, because we are chatting with you, I'm going to ask you to pick 3 words in Spanish, and then you can tell us what they mean in English.
I charge people for translation, huh?
Oh, you do? Okay, well, we will work on that afterwards.
After that, all right. How to describe myself? I think I am a responsible. Sorry.
¿En español, señor?
Yes. Sí, señora. Responsable, alegre, and abierto para hablar.
Okay. I got the first 2, and I got hablar in the second one. So tell us in English,
okay.
Por favor.
Responsable is responsible. Okay. Yes. Alegre is cheerful or yes. Happy.
Yes.
And abierto para hablar is open to talk.
Open to talk. Yes. Okay, I got it the second time around. Yes.
Okay, very good.
Okay, good.
So you can speak a little Spanish.
Un poco.
Un poco. Very good.
All right. So Father Latan, you are originally from Venezuela. Just share with us a bit about your younger days growing up there.
Wow, I think you are putting me in trouble. I have to say the truth.
I would like you to at all times, yes.
Well, when I started my my primary school, let me say, I started studying in a Roman Catholic school.
Okay.
So we have a very good foundation for faith and Christian life and so on. And but I believe that in a way it was not touching me too much because I was too mischievous. I was not a quiet child. I don't want to blame my brother because I was a twin brother. So always I have a company to do something. If
your partner.
Right.
Yeah.
So if to mischief, let me say, if the idea to mischief did not come from me, it come from him. And always we were in tune.
Right.
To be proactive, no?
Got you.
After that, we had a conversation at home. And I think, well, no conversation. I think my brother and I, we were having a little fight at home. And my mother got mad with us and said, I think I'm going to talk to your father and put you in the army school.
Ooh.
That is what mommy said. Huh? just to see if we can get into discipline.
Yes.
And my mother said 2 weeks later, we came to her and said, Mommy, look at here. This is the form to sign up into the school. So I don't remember how we got the form, but we got the form.
Right.
And that is what you want. All right. So Daddy went to the school, and we did secondary school in the army. We were, I don't know how to put it in English, but in Spanish we say internado. It's when you overnight in the school for a week.
Right.
Right. So we develop some kind of discipline, yes. We studied our secondary school year, but in the same time, the army was not strong enough to change our mischief. Still, we were,
It wasn't strong enough.
No, it was not strong enough. We had some kind of discipline, yes. But because we are human, you manage the thing in a way. So when we have opportunity to enjoy ourselves, we enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
I am not going to go into details because that's too much. But at the same time,
we'll save that for another interview, Father Latan.
I will neglect. I am not going there.
Right.
Yes, but I think one of the point what make me be responsible and open to speak is the discipline what we got through the army, because you need to be precise.
Of course, yes.
One of the things what I cannot change from my mind is that situation when you have to talk to people and you have yes or no. You see, yes and no, they are two very important points or words in your life, because depending how you manage the conversation, and the conversation is precise, you can save a life or you can kill someone. Yes. Even though you go into gossiping and you can say, I saw Anica so and so and so and so, and 3 days later, Anica is in prison. Why Anica is in prison? And Anica says she is innocent. No, because Father Latan said.
What you said, yes.
We have to be
your words
careful.
have power.
Yes, we have to be careful. It's not just to say. Sometimes people call you and say, somebody said, is that true?
Right.
It's because people said. And you don't realize that gradually, the time when you spend to say something wrong about someone can be used very well to glorify the Lord. All right? So
I like
the
that.
same time, the power is, you have the power.
Indeed.
That communication is very important.
Great.
As a matter of fact, in Spanish, we say communication is a sign of a soul or represent the soul. Let me correct it. Your tongue represents a soul. You say the soul is to cut. So depending what you say, you can kill, as I said in the beginning, or you can put somebody in prison because you said.
Yes,
and
indeed,
after that,
indeed.
Information is going on.
Yeah. So, well, take us, Father Latan, from that somewhat mischievous young boy who got into the army social training and became a bit more disciplined, and then take us, who or what inspired you to choose your current vocation?
This is a story. Because all started one day when I was with a friend. The friend told me, I'm going to visit someone. Would you like to go with me? I said, okay, that's all right. When we were driving, he had a big car. Those cars, we call Impala 500. That is the brand of the car, the name of the brand name. And that Impala 500 car is a big, big car, to the point of view that you can move yourself from the seat and go into the floor of the car. Easy.
Okay.
So I asked him, say, what are we going to do in that meeting? He said, I want to be a priest. I started to laugh. I said, why you are laughing? And I continue laughing, and I just moved from the seat down on the floor, laughing. And I cried, laughing.
Wow.
Say, why you are laughing? See, I cannot see
Yes.
you as a priest. Anyway, he continued driving, and when we reach a certain area, I said, turn left, turn right, turn left and right. So he said, oh, you know where I'm going? Yes, you are going to Father Lubina. Father Lubina was a teacher in my secondary school.
Okay.
And he was doing Latin and French. And you say, how do you know him? I say, well, because he is a priest and he did services for us in the church, in the school. So when we reached there, I greeted Father Lubina, his wife. I know her too. I knew the children as well. So we started the conversation. But gradually he started to go to church because Venezuela did not have a large number of priests. In that time, when, if I do not remember bad, or my brain is working clear, I think we have about 4 priests in the entire Venezuela.
Entire country.
We have,
okay.
yes. So in that case, Father Lubina was attending Holy Cross, okay? That is the name of the church where Father Lubina was working.
Right.
And the gentleman, my friend, who wanted to be a priest, he was going there too for preparation, you know? So he was assisting Father Lubina, and so suddenly Father Lubina died. But that was suddenly, that is like yesterday to today, and Father Lubina died. And the church did not have any person to assist. But my friend was prepared enough, at least, to carry out the morning prayer.
Right.
So gradually, he started to call and say, can you come to church to support me? He said, me? No, at all. No, listen, my
So
Sundays.
you said no to your friend?
In one time, huh? In one time. And I explained to him, my Sundays is just for waking up in the morning, going to buy fish, vegetables, and make my arepa, fried fish and vegetables salad, and eat. After that, it was to either watch basketball, volleyball, Formula One, and spend the entire day lying down.
Right. It did not involve going to church.
So, no, at all, at all, at all. I was disappointed in the church because I was Roman Catholic. And when I tried to have my life into the church, always they told me, not today, come tomorrow, we don't have something to do, you have to think about it. So,
I see.
As a matter of fact, I call myself the black sheep in my family because all my family is Roman Catholic, and I am the only Anglican in my life.
Not
so
too far,
this is why yes. So in about 5 or 6 weeks, my friend was calling me to invite me to church, but he was calling me Sunday 5 in the morning. Say, this man again, oh my God. Hey, listen, leave me alone. Huh?
Yes.
All right. One day I decided, Saturday night, I decided just to unplug the phone.
No.
I unplug the phone. So he is not going to call me to go to church. But you see, always we say God has their mysterious way.
Very much so.
One day I remember, and this is something what really touched me. One day I remember I went to church in the evening because I had to carry to him something. I can't remember what it was, but I have to carry something. So when I went there, he introduced me to the congregation. The congregation was cleaning the church. And the first person who I met in that church was Vidalina. That lady was the secretary of the church. And I say, she said, hey, Vidalina, this is Jesus. And I stretched my hand. And she, instead to give me her hand, she put a mop in my hand and say, help me to clean the church. And that was, I think that was the blessing for me to fall in love there.
Okay.
So I took my mop and I helped to clean the church. I enjoy my them, and so, Madam, next Sunday, I did not wait for a call. I wake up, get ready, and went to church.
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I started to realize that when you have that opportunity to serve people in the name of the Lord,
yes,
life starts to change. But my involvement into the church was not so easy. My thing was only to go to church.
Right.
Seated in the pews, listen or participate in the morning prayer because he was not a priest yet.
Yes.
And that's it. One day I made a mistake to go into the priest, I forgot the word, into the room where the priest changed. I forgot the name at this time.
Right, yes.
And look at my face, huh? He said, look at here. And say, what? And he did something like that. I said, but what? He said, but what is that? I said, take a gun, wear it, and let's go to do the service. Me, I'm coming back just now. So I disappeared from church for about 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I disappeared. I did not want to be a priest. I do not see myself being a priest at all. Mm-hmm. Anyway, after 6 months, I came back, yes, thinking that the man did not or change his mind.
Right.
But when I went there again, the man said, hey, go there, boy. Say, listen, leave me alone. I disappeared for 6 months and you continue making trouble. So do you want me to disappear totally? The matter is, when I came back the second time, yeah, one day I went to church and he could not do the service. He was sick and he could not do the service. And the people there, I don't know how, but the people there say, but you are here with us all the time, but you don't do the morning prayer.
You don't know how, right?
Just imagine going there.
Yes.
Just going there without preparation.
Right.
And yes, I know the order of the service, but yes, at the same time, yes, I was not prepared. I said, no, man, go ahead. Whatever you do is okay. Look at the church. The church has about 93 people there ready for service and nobody can lead them.
No, it's your time.
Say, okay. All right, listen, I'm going to do that. If that don't come good, sorry. So don't worry. I know it is the first time. Or we know it is the first. So I did the morning prayer. And after it was congratulations and you did well. Oh my God. But I'm going to confess myself, I felt really good seeing how people felt that their spiritual life were treated well. They received the word of God and so on, so on. So I really don't know how I preached. Anica, I can say.
That is what the Holy Spirit does. That's how it works. Yes.
So I finished there. And the matter is, when I finished my service and I went back home, my friend called and he called me small priest, little priest. Say, you are looking for trouble. I said, no, you are looking for trouble because I did not ask you to go to church.
Yes.
Neither I asked you to tell the people, yes, you are going to do the service. You do the service now, that is your problem now. So gradually, I continue building up my spiritual life and feeling comfortable in the Anglican church. to the
Okay.
point of view that I got my gown, and after that I open a mission. It's about 3 or 4 kilometers far from where the church was located, no?
Yes.
And I felt more blessed in context that those people were poor people.
Okay.
Many of them, they did not have a house, and they were living in a very bad state.
Right.
We did not have a place or building to worship the Lord. So we found out a very big mango tree, and we worship there every Sunday.
Yes.
It was amazing how people
Right.
take their chair.
Yes.
I remember that. They take their chairs, they take their tables, they bring their
Whatever they had.
Yes. No matter what, but they worship the Lord under the mango tree. One Sunday I went there, somebody cut the mango tree. Because the mango tree had 2 faces. In front we worship, and behind it was a trail going to the river.
Okay.
So people who wanted to climb, they carried their beers and drinks and food and whatever, and they had to pass in front.
Okay.
And apparently it was giving them some kind of trouble. So they cut the mango tree. So we moved from there and we started to worship under some plantain tree. We did not have a place. Somebody had about 60 plantain tree, and what we did was under the leaf what gave us a little shelter. We organized something there, and it was something spread. Just everybody trying to go under one of the leaf of the plantain tree, and they worship from there.
Okay.
So feeling that, it is how I reach where I am.
Gotcha.
Empathizing with people. And sorry to explain to you a little longer what's supposed to explain to you, but this is the only way for you to understand.
Yes. Yes.
The trip what I did to reach where I am.
Yeah, it's all part of your journey and your story.
It's all part
Father
of
Latan. So I mean, thanks so much for sharing that for us.
Yes.
So we're moving from the plantain tree and the mango tree in Venezuela to you migrating to Trinidad and Tobago back in about 2000, if I'm not mistaken, right? Tell us a bit, or describe for us rather, that transition from Venezuela to Trinidad.
Okay, the transition was not easy.
Okay.
To be exact with you, I reached in Trinidad in 15th of January, 2001:30 p.m. In that time, we have the BWI line working. So that is the time when I reached here.
Got you.
The transition is not easy. I am not using the was, I am using is. Because you see, the 2 cultures are totally different.
Right.
And still, in some cases, I am fighting to understand people mentality, people culture, people approach. No? I know Trinidadians and Tobagonians are very careful how they talk to people and manage things.
Right.
And in a way, sometimes they say something and I misinterpret what they are saying for something else. And that is giving me some issue. But I think God is in the middle of, and for some reason, he put me here. Because one of the things what I did when I reached in the old airport, that was in the other side of the airport.
Oh, wow. You're giving us a bit of history there.
I'm Trinidadian and Tobagonian too. So I remember when I put my foot on the ground. I touched the floor with my hands. I make a sign of the cross and I said, Lord, if it is for me to continue living here or make Trinidad and Tobago my country, it is in your hands.
Right.
And always I said, if it is for me to move from here, it will be in the hands of the Lord.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you.
But
Got you.
it's critical in some cases, the transition,
Yeah.
because sometimes you have to state something, and you have to be careful how to do that, especially from my point of view as a Latin American person, and from your point of view as Caribbean person.
Yes.
It's critical to be accurate in the way how we talk to.
Yes.
So that outspoken person or open person to talk still is the, but I am managing carefully how to talk to people.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks again for sharing that for us, because I mean, I imagine you would have challenges, and as we go along in the interview, our viewers and our listeners will better understand why you are doing some of the work that you are doing in the communities. Yeah.
Definitely.
So the first bit we're going to talk about is soul. Yeah, so soul is spiritual outreach and unity through language. Tell us a bit about when soul was established, what's its mission, just share a bit about it for us.
Okay. All started from my challenges in Trinidad and Tobago to communicate.
Yeah.
I cannot say how many times I got frustrated because I wanted to say something and people did not understand.
Right.
For example, the word at all. For me, I say at all. I say, what? I want to say at all, but because I say it too quickly, sound different.
Right.
And English is a very accurate language.
Yes.
If you do not pronounce it properly, you are lost. So when I started to have my problems or challenges to communicate with people, I also realized that there are people between Trinidadians and Tobagonians to Latin American people, and from Latin American people to Trinidadians and Tobagonians, communication problem. I say, well, we have to do something. That project did not come as a project yet. Just I saw Anica, and Anica needed some translation, and spontaneously I did. And I continue doing that. I love doing that because I suffered, right? And I don't want anybody suffering like that. Right. So Soul became a project about communication to continue promoting or encouraging people to face or to learn the language. In a way, if you learn the language, you expand the boundaries.
Certainly.
That is very important. And not only that, the Caribbean area is being surrounded by Latin American countries, and they speak Spanish. The only country which do not speak Spanish in the area is Brazil, because Brazil speaks Portuguese. But nevertheless, Brazil also speaks Spanish and English, but the main language is Portuguese. So if you want to develop your approach in business, you need to understand that Trinidad and Tobago is not the entire world. So if you want to grow, you need to expand yourself.
Indeed.
You need to prepare yourself, no?
Yes. And be able to communicate.
Not only that, right. And also from a Christian point of view, you need to understand that you have a role to play. Okay? I was preaching last week, and I was saying, it's the responsibility to grow the kingdom of God do not depend on the Lord alone. It depends on us. It depends on you and depends on me. And even though in in a video what I record, I was saying, hey, it depends on you. On you, I'm talking to you. Because some people do not
Yes.
understand that.
Right, yes.
You cannot grow spiritually and keep that message in closure into yourself.
Yeah.
You have to expand it.
And
you
spread
have
it,
to
spread the word.
Okay, good. Thank you. I loved having you there. You helped me with my English. Yes. So you need to go out in example and in word. And not only that, the point is, if you learn something about Jesus, you cannot keep it there knowing that somebody is suffering.
Mm.
How many Latin American people are here who need to listen to the word of God? And because we have the barrier to communication, we do not expand. And I am not, let me make my point clearly. I am not an Anglican priest thinking that I have to preach only to the Anglican people.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
I am a priest ordained under the I can remember the order of Melchizedek, and I preach the word of God to everyone. As a matter of fact, I will say I am a priest seller. I am representative of Jesus Christ, and I say the word of sell the word of God through the Anglican Church. So if you are not Anglican, Anica, I will try to make you Anglican. Oh. If you come, you come. If you don't come, you don't come. But I will work for my church.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I am telling you, in St. Patrick Church, we have a seat for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So you can become a parishioner in St. Patrick.
Oh, good. And I have to be Ghanaian roots, so it will be as if I'm at home.
So that is how I work.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of reflection, how we do manage our Christian life.
Yes.
It's not about me alone. Even though it's not about me, it's about God. Because God takes care of me and I take care of God.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the songs we sing in church is He tell me to give the good news to the poor, tell prisoners that they are prisoners no more, tell blind people that they can see. And so when you were describing the origins of soul, that came to mind, and you know, saying that you were sharing the word to everyone, really, because that's what we are called to do. Yeah. Share a bit, Father Latan, about the work that soul is doing. You know, how is it promoting this fusion, and seeking to improve communication between different communities?
Let me see if I can answer to you in this way. As Soul is a project about communication, I continue to promote the project.
Yes.
I encourage the people face to face to learn the Spanish language. And I do translation to the Outlook as a plan to sensitize people. Okay. Actually, I extend the project with 2 additional approaches. One is to record the Spanish classes, and the other one is to record weekly. We record what is the word? Reflection in Spanish too.
Yes.
And that is we try to put every week. We try to put in the SOUL website, which is located in the Anglican Diocese of Trinidad and Tobago website.
Yes.
Hopefully, that kind of approach can help to sensitize people in the community.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. You mentioned the classes, so just give us some details. When are those classes? And then for those who may not know, when do you have the reflections?
Okay. The classes is done every Tuesday, 8 o'clock in the night.
Yes.
What we do practice. Basically, this is conversation. I don't go into grammar.
Okay.
It's basically conversation, improving vocabulary, and checking out the pronunciation, as I said. So we go
Excellent.
conversation right through. The conversation class is being recorded and we put in the website, okay?
Okay.
We are trying to keep a team of 8 persons to work together every Tuesday, because what happened, I give to all of them the opportunity to practice. So
Yes.
I don't want to have Anica there and say, sorry, Anica, no. I want everybody to take part of the class.
Okay,
if I have the
good.
right, you have the right.
Yes.
So it is not a bad thing to welcome more people in, but
Yes.
as many more people we have, it will be more complicated to manage time in matter of giving them the opportunity to participate in the class or
Understand.
the conversation. But at the same time, because it is recorded and it's going to YouTube and the website, you can go to open the link, and of course, you can follow the class through YouTube.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Not only that, watching that, you can check out properly or review the classes many times during the week. And even though you can write questions and send it to me, and I will reply to you.
Yeah, and the reflections I know are on Thursday evenings.
Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday,
Yes.
8:30 in the night. What I do basically, the reflection become my sermon for Sunday is the source for me to do the reflection, because we meditate about it. So whatever you hear from me in English on Sunday is the same thing what you will hear from me in Spanish.
Got you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. How has been the support for soul over the years? Do you has it gotten easier? Do you think people are now more willing and open to work or do the work involved or necessary for improving their communication?
One of the things what we need to recognize that sometimes, somehow, a new idea is not easy to be adopted.
Sure.
If you understand the idea and you empathize with it, it is easier to go forward. But
Yes.
there is a big block, which is the language.
Right.
And that is, in a way, that is what is keeping me a little going slowly, but in the same time, I'm going surely. Slowly,
Certainly.
but surely. And I am gradually, I am hearing that people are adopting the Soul project. They are understanding more. You see, having people coming from different countries, from different Latin American countries, is making pressure over Trinidad and Tobago, because now they need to know what to do.
Yeah. Yes.
And in that context, I think gradually we are getting a little more support.
Good.
People are understanding more what is it about, and I am expecting in the future to have more support than before. Just let me share with you. Yesterday I was really happy because I have a chat with one of the students. I say, Laverne, are you there? Good night. Good. Hey, how are you, Father? Everything all right? So we have a little chat, and after I asked, where are you from? Thinking that she is in Trinidad. She is not in Trinidad. She is in England.
Okay.
Yes, in England. Say, Father, I am from England. And I asked my mother to wake me up. At that time, 8 in the night here is 1 o'clock in England. And she said, I asked my mother to wake me up because I felt that your class is very interested.
Look at that.
Yes.
So we can say that, we can say that soul is international now.
Well, I have more things for you, no? Because I have question 11 I'm waiting for that question to answer to you.
Yes,
So when
I
you
am
ask me a
actually.
question,
That's exactly where I was going in terms of where do you see, or how rather do you see soul developing within the next, let's say, 5 or 10 years?
okay, very good. So sit properly, put your seat belt.
Okay.
Right. It is my expectation that through the diocese, we can continue promoting soul over the Caribbean area. And we can have, as we have in Trinidad, soul Trinidad and Tobago, we can
Yes.
have soul Barbados, soul Jamaica,
All
soul
right.
Bahamas, and so on. So
Excellent.
this is how I see. No, this is how I see the transition and progress of soul.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We need to, for real, to understand the need of communication.
Indeed.
It's a very imperative priority,
Yes. Yeah.
essential. It's important to understand the matter of communication.
Yes.
So we need to open it not only here, and probably we can say to be proud as a Trinidadian and Tobagonian that we have soul originated from the diocese and spread it over the Caribbean area. And who knows if after that we can expand a little more.
Right.
You see Mothers Union, they have
Yes.
years working and they are all over the world. So why we cannot do that?
Makes sense. It
Exactly.
does make sense. Yes.
The people who have a dream, they have some gasoline to move.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
So I would like somehow, I would like to expose myself in those dioceses, Barbados, Jamaica, Bahamas, and other dioceses in the Caribbean area, doing a presentation about what is
okay.
soul.
The work of soul.
I am sure that we have people there who can speak Spanish. And even though, you see, we can invite priests from Latin American countries, because one of the things what we need to understand, we need to nourish ourselves to grow. I am not saying you have to forget your background. I don't think we have to forget our culture, but at the same time, remember, we are in 2021. It's a new century. So you cannot be back 30 years, 40 years, while other people are getting the benefit of their progress.
Yeah.
If they can progress, why we cannot progress?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's a new decade, and it's more than just learning to communicate.
Yes.
I should say it also allows us to understand each other better. Yes. Because you can then learn and expose yourself and have that sort of exchange that is necessary also for us to, to learn and grow and understand each other.
I always say that if you learn from me as a Latin American person, and I learn from you as Caribbean person,
yes,
all of us, we are growing.
Okay? Indeed. Indeed.
I will be happy to know that Anica is growing.
Yes.
And not Anica alone, everybody.
Yes, everyone.
That is important.
Yes.
So we need to have vision and wishes and hopes. Indeed. To motivate us.